Okay, so I need to make this video. This is going to be a very tough video, so I need to talk about lightly of this. Obviously, when I have better time, maybe I'll go into even further details. I feel very exhausted and trying to explain what's going on and nobody doing anything to help me. So here's a scenario, but this is what's going on with my health. Okay, so I went to the doctor. Gosh, I think I've had a little bit of high blood cholesterol started when I was in my 30s. And it was slightly above normal, and which is extremely unusual. And I gotta tell you, every time I had the chance to eat healthy and eat at Subway, that's what I ate. I always get all the vegetables as much as I can and no meat. I stopped putting meat on there when I was about 35 to 37 years old. But I always ate there as much as I could. I tried to eat healthy and try to avoid fast food as much as I could, drink good drinks, vitamin C, to be able to help my body work as effectively and efficient when I'm living on the streets, underneath bridges, cold weather, raining, just horrible conditions. But at least my body can sustain as much as benefits as it can by the nutrients I try to feed it and take care of it. And because of my cancer that I had prior, obviously you know that I'm a bone marrow transplant survivor. I was diagnosed with aplastic anemia. My liver failed in the hospital through the chemotherapy, and they had to change the brand because my liver couldn't handle it, and I nearly died. They actually thought I had permanent liver failure, but they didn't know it was going to make a recovery or not, but it did. And I got really lucky. That was just temporary. Well, it is only getting worse. I'm 41 right now. This past, I think it was like 4 months ago, just about 6 months ago, I went to the doctor and I got blood work done, and my cholesterol is double the amount over what it's supposed to be. Once you reach 150, or I think the measure is over 150, you have high blood cholesterol, like low, moderate, high, to moderate, to then very high. My cholesterol is at over 300 right now. The doctor told me that I'm at high risk for a heart attack and a stroke. I'm already a bone marrow transplant patient, okay? Now, I looked at the other counts of how my blood samples, and I got like 3 or 4 of them that are also highly elevated. And they told me that it's an indication as well that my liver isn't working like it needs to. I don't drink. The only thing is I've been smoking a lot. But other than that, I eat very healthy and I'm walking a lot. I don't know why. I try to do liver cleanses, whether it's like a carrot juice to help my kidneys or whatever it is. I don't know why, and I would not doubt it if somebody has been putting some sort of poisons or something in my food to gradually deteriorate my liver and have me murdered and killed. Because no one can observe who's behind that counter, what they're doing to my food. I've had dozens of people that have put bacteria and poisoned my food when I have been out in the streets, and potentially getting me really sick, like I am right now with bronchitis. And the only reason I have bronchitis is because somebody put some sort of feces or something into my food and then gave me the food when I didn't know, when I was at the homeless shelter in Birmingham, Alabama, and contaminated the food. So when I ate the food, I immediately, within a few hours, started to feel a sore throat, like somebody had poisoned me. Now, I've had some very crazy things that people have done to me, indicating that they're trying to insinuate poisoning me. just 4 or 5 days ago on Thanksgiving Day, there was somebody that was putting a secret powder into my soup when I was over at the Ramen Library in Carrollton, across the street with Taco Bell, where I met my sister near Creekview High School so many years ago. I went there on Thanksgiving Day, and not only this Asian person, but the person didn't even ask me. It says a secret powder, and they put it in there. So they're playing this psychological shit onto me. So I need to say this because they know about the people that have poisoned me. You know, Miguel and Rivera and Diana poisoning me when I was a kid with my mother. They're trying to cover this up. They know what they're doing. They're in for a murder. They're in to plot this murder and killing, and they're going to do it. And there was an Asian person that was at that Ramen Library. But I want to say this because focusing on my health, I'm at high risk for a heart attack and stroke. And they are making it nearly impossible for me to take care of myself for quite some time now. For the past 6 months, when I'm going to a doctor's office, when I'm traveling, not because I want to, I have to re-register for Medicaid. I have to re-register for food stamps. I have to cancel the food stamps. I have to get a closure letter. I have to then send him this and send him that. And then I have to take a bus all across town, all while I don't have a place to live. All while I have next to no money, living on Social Security disability benefits. All while people are attacking me all about my personal business, robbing, stealing stuff out of my backpack when I'm at a homeless shelter, when I quickly look away just to go use the restroom. I have people pulling out blades and knives in the middle of the night, like they did a few weeks ago, and slice open my shoe. And I'm not kidding you, in the middle of the night with a razor blade, and I'm fucking dead asleep. So they know about the murder attempts. This is very crazy, but focusing on my health and what I'm trying to say is something can happen to me, okay? I can have a massive stroke or a heart attack, or a minor could leave me disabled in a wheelchair, and I have absolutely no one, where I'll be thrown like you see these people out in the streets with missing limbs, sitting on a fucking corner with nothing but a fucking sign that says I'm worthless. Give me some money, I'm about to die. No one gives a shit about my fucking life. I should not be in these circumstances. I did not put myself in these circumstances. It is the people that are shooting these electronic devices, and it is the people that are tapping my phone and sending riots at me. I'm telling you, they are preventing me from saving money. They're preventing me from helping myself. Is the number one thing, is they're preventing me from helping myself, to try to take care of myself. Time is crucial. When I make that doctor visit, I need to go then do a specialist. When I go to a specialist, that always takes like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month. When I get on that medication, they have to, for over months, they have to gauge to lower my cholesterol. Even if that works, maybe they have to try something else. But right now, I'm at high risk, and I feel that there are symptoms that my body is failing on me, and it's not working as like it did before. And it makes me very nervous, because it's like I feel like all the time that I can be walking something, somewhere, and I'm just gonna have a massive stroke and just fall right on the floor, with half a brain just dead. A stroke can kill me. My cholesterol is at over double the amount, over 300. Like, I'm supposed to be like at 120. Like, 150 is high blood cholesterol. Like, it's elevated. I should not be in these circumstances. I had high blood cholesterol when I was fucking 35, and then it would kind of go down and up. That is not a good sign. I weigh 175, I weigh 185 pounds, 175 to 185 pounds at 5'11", 6 foot. They said that, it's like my arteries are like that of an obese person at high risk blood cholesterol and heart attack. Now, I'm a prior cancer patient. My blood and the chemicals that they put in my blood had really done a lot of damage. Plus, I have pectus excavatum, a mild case, where my rib cage presses against my heart and prevents prevents my lungs and my heart from fully functioning like a normal person's. So I'm even closer to death because even of that. So I need to make this video that I'm doing my best to try to take care of myself, but these people are preventing me from doing so. It is very hard to think clearly, and you could never imagine that if you tried to live just a few weeks the way that I lived, you'd want to kill yourself. You couldn't even imagine of what physical effort and mental effort you have to have in order to do what I'm doing and have to go through what I go through to even try to take care of yourself, because it's that strenuous. It's hard to be able to take care of yourself when you have 1,000 people coming at you, tapping your phone, shooting with your electronic devices, threatening you, giving you sexual messages over text. And I'm just trying to, I'm in an urge to like get on this Medicaid, and then they give me problems because they're tapping my phone, and the person over the phone then gives me problems. You know, where they're trying to do, talk nasty to me and make it very entangling. And then I got to call this number. And then when it's nearly impossible. And the reason they're doing this, the reason these people are shooting these electronic devices, because it causes so much chaos. They're keeping me in this chaos while they're beating me with the electronic devices so that everyone can attack me and come down on me and attack me from every angle. So it's just havoc. It just, to the human brain, it's just havoc. You can't focus on anything. People are coming around me telling me things about my mother, directly about my fucking mother experiences. Like the story my mother told me that her fate relied on one quarter when she jumped over the border and she had nowhere to go, and she was crying about this story. I'm having these fucking blacks shows up, transgender shows up, telling me these stories who I've never met. I'm in the middle of fucking downtown, just yesterday. I swear to fucking God, like, and thinking this is an acting show. But I'm here to make this video about my health. I don't know, these electronic devices are very detailed. I showed y'all my toenails about what these electronic devices do. The devices that are making me shit, it's a frequency that they turn on with a flick of a button. There's a machine, a laser beam, that then shoots me and it makes muscle tissue twitch. And it's the beam. And then they'll shoot anywhere in my body they want to shoot. And it's to pester me and control me mentally. It's to put me mentally where they want to place me, where I have no mental freedom. So, in these circumstances, when they put me in, and they're very detailed. I mean, I don't know where these electronic devices, they're high-tech electronic devices. They're placing them, and they hire people to follow me everywhere I go. I'm having people run inside Wendy's and restaurants out of nowhere, like rowing their car, driving the parking lot in a fucking hurry to come after me. And I've never met these motherfuckers, and I know they're there. They're displaying messages. They're not there just to get something. They're there because I'm there, and they want to come at me. But it is very hard to take care of myself. Like, I strained my hand, and I don't know what I did. I turned my hand, and I couldn't tell if somebody shot an electronic device, but my hand is swollen, and I could tell that I damaged, and I pressed against it, and it's almost kind of like I broke my wrist or some shit, or like the side of my wrist. I don't know what it is, but it's like soft tissue, like it's swollen, and it's been like that for 2 weeks. And it had something to do that, like when I either picked up a backpack or I turned to get up off the floor. I was picking myself off the floor when I was homeless, and I put maybe too much more strain, or I turned my wrist or my hand in a certain way, but I didn't really notice it. And I noticed it, I was like, God, that kind of hurt. And I don't know why, because this hand I could do it. And now there's a swollen bump. Now I don't know, because you got to understand, they shoot these electronic devices in very detailed patterns. They don't want to get caught when my death happens. So they could have shot some sort of tissue to make the swollen tissue, because they've done this before to me. So I don't know why. You know, it kind of hurts when I rotate. It not hurt, but it feels bothered when I rotate it. But it's swollen. Like you can tell and look, like it's almost kind of like it's a little bit broken or something. I don't know what caused it. I really don't know. but it hurts kind of when I press against it, and it's swollen. And I don't know if it's going to go down. It's been 2 weeks. It still hurts. And you can still see where it's swollen, like there's a swelling underneath the tissue. And it's things like that when I'm trying to take care of myself, they cause so much havoc where then I become clumsy. And I don't become as clean as movement as I'm always trying to take care of myself. Make sure I don't break any bones. Make sure I don't twist too much. Make sure, I'm balanced, because I'm always having to look for a job and then have to keep my body in shape to do labor there. Or I may have to sleep underneath the bridge. I have to walk a mile to go to the grocery store and get some bread and food. But they do this, and I don't know if I was picking up my arm, picking up my backpack, or I was picking up myself off the floor after sleeping in the morning and having to get up very quickly, and because there was a car that was rowing, and when I had to get up and when there's a car that shows up and tries to attack me, like I made videos about it earlier, I get up real fast and I push myself off the ground, and then I strain my wrist, and now it's swollen. It's been like that for 2 weeks now, and for some reason it didn't seem to be going down. I don't know, from the looks of it, I hope the swelling goes down, but it doesn't look like it is. And it looks pretty bad. It's just it's very unusual to have a swelling like that and not go down. I don't know if it could be permanent. I think it could. I don't know what causes the tissue to swell like that, or I pull the ligament underneath deep into the tissue, and it caused that. But it kind of hurts. And it's just a weird strain. I don't know. It's like but I'm praying that nothing happens to me while I'm on the roads. I have no one. I don't have any family. I don't talk to my siblings, and I'm being very honest with you. Frankie and Julian, they don't give a fuck if I'm breathing or not. If I were to die tomorrow, I'm just a worthless corpse in a casket. They move on. They don't care. They don't give a damn. They're not calling me. The only person I talk to is my mother's twin. They won't allow me to talk to my biological twin. That's the only assistance that I get. And it becomes very uncomfortable at times, and it's just not a good situation. And but I take it for what it is, and any benefit that I can get, because it is my mother's sister. But I need to make this video because sometimes I'm walking on the street and I'm coughing like I'm not kidding. It was like a half a cup of fucking fluid I was coughing up earlier, and I'm like, God damn, trying to cough up mucus just because I was clearing up this mucus and this bronchitis that I got. Having to always blow my nose, and my nose starts hurting because I rub it so much, with napkins and shit, and it starts hurting, and I'm trying to eat healthy, and I can't afford to spend money. You gotta understand, every time I eat at McDonald's, eat at Arby's or at Wendy's, that is horrible food to put in your body. That is very, very bad. That's only good for once every 6 months to have, if that. It's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy to eat Jack in the Box tacos. That will kill your arteries and heart very fast. That is very unhealthy. But you don't understand that when I'm homeless, waking up in the morning and I have nowhere to go and I'm just looking for fuel, I can't focus on my health very much because they're coming in and running into the fucking restaurant trying to fucking plunge themselves at me and give a dominance suggestion or a dominance expression toward me, that they're fighting for Ken Cooper for the murder of Hector Palomo. We killed him and we'll make him suffer. The gay community and the white power works for the black niggas, for Kenneth. They don't care. These are 100% homosexuals doing everything and you could ever imagine, and in great detail, targeting and doing what my immediate mother's decisions to alter those situations. That they're in control, and they say where my dad's Raymond Palomo, who's deceased now, where his money goes, who makes the orders for my mother, who they're appointing to over in charge of my mother, making Frankie making the owner, making the twin over here. They're looking to steal all this shit. You gotta understand, I have all this going on where I'm trying to take care of my health. Okay? Please take the time to watch this video, and if you do have the time to watch this video, understand that I'm trying to take care of my body. My toenails have still not grown normal from what these people have done to me. And I've had a number of injuries that I have not posted before, or I deleted many years ago, that were the cause of these electronic devices, where I got placed in a hospital after some sort of thing that happened on my ankle. And when I got there, they told me they had no idea where it came from. They have no idea where this bacteria, they said they don't know why. I don't even want to say they said it was even bacteria. They said they don't know why they even had this wound. And they shot me with some electronic device that burned the fucking skin. I mean, it's insane what these electronic devices are doing. I'm laying on the floor and they would just electrocute me. I'm literally laying on the floor at a baseball park or something, and a car will drive by and they'll roar their engine, and they have a frequency device that shoots the vibrations toward my fucking body and shudders my fucking body. And it's just a car that's driving by that has a loud muffler. So I need to make this video because I'm trying to take care of my health and they're not letting me. I need to find a place to live so I can take care of my health, and they're not letting me. And the worse it gets, the more I want to smoke cigarettes and smoke cigarettes and smoke cigarettes, because the stress is just through the fucking roof. The stress is through the roof. There's times when I'm coughing and it feels like my brain, like the center of my brain or sternum, I don't know what it's called. I start coughing and it hurts. And I'm thinking, is that a symbol of a stroke? You know, you can have a brain aneurysm. I can have a brain aneurysm, which is a rupture inside one of the blood vessels in your brain. Remember, I have blood problems and blood vessel problems. It could be a blood vessel in my brain that burst, and it'll kill me. I'll bleed inside my fucking brain and die. These people that are doing this are plotting my death. They're doing that for that very reason. They are not allowing me to take care of myself. There's one thing when you don't want to take care of yourself. No, I'm doing everything to try to take care of myself, and they're preventing from that happening. That's what they're doing with that intention. So I want to make this video because I'm doing the best that I can. It's very frightening when a doctor's telling me that my liver isn't working. That means I probably don't have too much more time before they tell me I need a liver transplant. And I can't get it. I'm not going to be eligible for a liver transplant. Do you know why I'm not going to be eligible for a liver transplant or another organ transplant? Because I had a blood transplant. Once you have a blood transplant, if you ever need an organ ever in your life, you're going to have that much more problems. Even when you're healthy and you have an organ transplant, lungs, stomach, intestines, or something like that, it's very hard to even sustain life for a very long time. When you have a blood bone marrow transplant, the blood travels through all your body, and the blood reaches all the organs, which even makes it like 10 times even worse. So I remember that my Dr. Virascala telling me I wouldn't be very good eligible at all for any organ transplants if I ever need one. So if my liver fucking fails, not only is it hard to even get a liver, but I'm likely it's not going to work because my transplant, it's going to cause a lot of rejection because my blood is not mine, it's my brother Julian's. So I want to make this video that I'm trying to take care of myself, but they are not letting me. They are plotting my death, and they're slowing and mellowing things and not allowing me to be successful, allowing to work on my goals, allowing me to work out. I used to work out all the time and miss a lot, and they're not letting me. The older I get, the older the human body gets, the harder it gets to exercise and take care of yourself. They are devouring me, and that's what the intention is. So I wanted to make this video crucially. I hope it reaches out because I really need to get to the doctor, try to get this cholesterol medication done so I can lower the blood cholesterol, prevent from heart attack and stroke. But it's not the cholesterol as well, and it's the bad cholesterol that's high. But I have other blood counts that in my blood that's really bad, that's highly elevated, and which is indicating, I'm not sure exactly what else the liver works, but they told me the liver, is consistent of the cholesterol, but there's all these other counts that are very high. That is indication that the way that my body is filtering blood is not good at all. I'm doing everything I can. I'm fucking flat broke. I do not want to be eating fast food. That is horrible right now. I bet you right now, since I had a fucking cheeseburger at McDonald's, my cholesterol is probably like at 350 right now. But I pray to God and hope to God. And I don't know who else has these recording devices that are listening to me right now. I don't know who has access to these videos. But I place these videos because I don't know who has access to it on Facebook. And I don't give permission for anybody to record me right now, secretly, or eavesdropping on me. But they're putting me in these circumstances, and someone is violating my privacy at all cost. And then they're passing on the messages to the bus drivers, the people over the counter. They're blasting all my information, as many people as they can, to have as many enemies and as many people as they can come to attack me in every dramatic way you can imagine. I'm trying to take care of my health. I don't want my mother to be burying me, and I don't want, that to be happening. So I pray, and I'm doing everything I can, but they're making it impossible. It takes a lot of effort. Like, you're calling Medicaid, you got to call them, you got to fill out this paperwork, you got to send them a letter. I got to call the Social Security office to then approve it to see if they'll pay for it, and it just always takes 3 or 4 weeks. And then by the time I get done, I'm having all these things, and then I got to schedule the appointment with the doctor, and that's always like 3 weeks out ahead of time. It's 2 months before I even actually get to make a doctor's visit once I get on Medicaid, because I got all these things, and I have to pay rent, and then I have no one in my life helping me. Like, no one. I don't have family at all. I don't have any friends that are calling me to see if I'm alive. The only person that was calling me to see if I was alive anymore and seemed to care was Casey, and she's no longer alive and passed away. So, but I want to make some videos. It's very frightening when somebody can damage my tissue, because you don't understand. Sometimes I'm on the bus and then my kidneys or my back start to hurt where my kidneys are, and I don't know if they're shooting an electronic device, which I believe they are at times, I'm not sure exactly how the electronic devices work, if they have the ability to put pain in an area that could be muscle or tissue that symbolizes kidney damage. So I can be holding my back like this on the side where my kidneys are located, and they're shooting it with an electronic device to hurt the muscle, and it's really not my kidneys, it's the muscle. But I think to myself, it's the fucking kidneys. Or they could be shooting to make the actual organ not to be as strong and as effective and work like it needs to, and damage it. Because you got to understand, these electronic devices, when they're making me shit like that, like they did, and I made this video about it yesterday, while I'm dumping out like 4 pounds, my intestines, and I'm literally getting up out of bed like, like I'm moving like that, because and there's a machine that they're doing it. I don't know if the electronic device that they use that disperses fluid into the bladder of urinator bladder, or when they make me shit, if you keep doing that, does that cause liver damage? Does that cause me to increase the amount of bad shit that could happen to my blood? Because you are forcing my fucking body to have these bowel movements, and they're not normal. And it could be doing damage, and I have no idea. So I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to trust the autopsy, the coroner. You're not going to be able, they don't give a goddamn fuck about my life. I'm telling you, my life means no purpose to these people other than suffer. These people are just so crazy. It is terrorizing to understand that a human being There's that many people that have no purpose in life but to put pain and suffering onto my life. They don't think about goals, dreams, love, kindness, God. They don't have a healthy belief in God. They don't believe in anything. They look at me and is saying, this is a drama TV show. I just want to kill myself to kill and put suffering onto this person and play these sick ass fucking mental games. They're not thinking about or doing anything else. They're just focused on me. Nothing else. Suffer, suffer. I want him dead. I want to devour him, suffer, suffer, suffer. They're not doing anything good. I would be able to take care of myself better if none of these electronic devices were doing this to me. I know I could, but they're preventing me from helping my life, especially physically. I'm 41 and I'm 42 in about a month. It's December, almost December 1st, 2025. I hope my health gets better. I really desperately need to take care of this situations with these highly elevated blood counts, especially my cholesterol. It's very dangerous. I'm having a lot of heart pulpates, where my heart seems to be very irregulated. And that's another frightening thing that could cause a heart attack, symbolizing strokes or brain aneurysms, where you can have a blood burst in my brain and it'll kill me. Those are updates. I hope it's benefiting. I'll post some later down the road.